Group Lead for Open Process Automation from Reliance, and she'll be speaking for 20 minutes on Reliance OPA testbed updates and future roadmap. Please welcome her on the stage.
Good afternoon, all. So I will start from here. Like John want to understand that who will be the next. So I think this presentation give you the answer. So before starting the presentation, I will give my introduction. Myself, Sunita Devi. I'm working in the Reliance last 18 years. I have worked in the various projects, SEZ refinery commissioning in Jamnagar, then Petchem J3 project commissioning. Currently, I am working in head office Mumbai. That is about me. So, what I'll do now is I'll just brief about my company. So, we are Fortune 500 companies, and we are the India's largest valuable corporate company. We have almost 240 billion market capitalization, 100 billion revenue, and 220 billion EBITDA in 2024. So these are our growth platform across energy, consumers, technology, and business. So if you see the digital services, we are the largest digital service provider in India. In retail, India's largest, most profitable retailers. In O2C business, we are among the world's largest O2C player. And in new energy, we have done the investment of 100 billion in new energy. And we have very strong foundation of creating future values. And you can see in the milestone, 2024 milestone in this slide. And you can see our position in India. I think this slide are like reflecting the position. And we are also empowering the society through constant value creation. In O2C business, I think we are a world-class asset for global scale, and we are largest producer for PX globally. And in the complexity index, we are 21. And these are the growth engines for sustainable value creation. This is all about the company. Now, about the test bed. So what are our objective for the test bed? Why we are making the OPA test bed at our complex? So our objective is to demonstrate, evaluate and validate the principle and technology of open process automation. We also want to test and prove that the system and the component from different vendor are working together, are interoperable. And that the component which we are putting in the OPA test bed are the OPA's standard compliant. We also want to understand the existing capability and the limitation with OPA system. And we want to map legacy function to the modern requirement. And we also doing the engagement by collaboration partner like ExxonMobil, Petronas, and we are supporting for the feedbacks of the test bed also. And we are also sharing our feedback to the OPA forum for the standard updates. That also we are doing with our test bed. So we also did the test bed demonstration to the senior leadership team. And this is definitely going to support our journey for the OPA and the investment in this project. So we are doing this also parallelly. This is our OPA system installed in Jamnagar, and that is we have installed multiple vendor solution. Yokogawa is our system integrator. We have almost installed Stahl, ASRock, and Yokogawa DCNs in our test bed. We are also using some component of Schneider and just trying to correlate and test it. So what are the key components of our test bed? So we have installed the DCN in our test bed, and the hardware is of different vendor, multi-vendor solution. We are trying to test in the test bed. Software from the different vendors. We are using the virtualization technique for the advanced computing platform. And these are our control system workloads. This is all we put in our test bed. So how we are doing the DCN choices? So we are checking the IO density. We also want the FB engines in different DCN from different IOs. We are also checking the compute resources, that is like CPU and memory capacity, the reliability of DCN, form factor and IT, how much it's open to IT. So these are making us for the selection choices, and we have in our test bed today, we have DCN with IO capability, DCN without IO, and DCN with compute. So this all we have in our test bed. These are the software currently we are using in our test bed. There are some, during the testing we have certain finding, certain limitation that also I'm sharing in the next slide. This is our architecture. I want to explain. So if you see the architecture, we have the DCN, and that is talking to the connectivity framework via OPC UA. And we have also tested the system management solution, HMI, alarm story, and all this application are working in our test bed. We have certain observation, and the team is still working on that. So what basically we have tested? So we simulated one of our plant model, simulation model, that is crude distillation column, and then we have connected to the IODCN. This is the lab facility, and then the finally processing is by compute DCN, and we are seeing the data on the server and operator workstation. So this type of workflow we tested in our test bed, and we check that all the operation parameter are being reflected, all the controller are working. So this is the simulation model we tested at test bed. Okay, so what are the basic functionality we tested in the test bed? This is the process control and monitoring. So we were able to continuously collect the data from the simulation model. That was our one of the plant model. We are able to display real-time simulated process parameters like temperature, pressure, and flow. What parameter we basically using in our process plants. And our operator, the panel operator, is able to view and control the operator from the operator workstation. This is a basic facility we already tested in lab. In the process control point of view, we have successful execution of PID loop and regulate the process variable and desired output. So what we did, we just vary the PV value, we check put the set point, and we see whether this controller is working or not. Apart from the basic controller, we also tested the cascade ratio and split range. We do have certain observation with this, but yes, we are working towards that, and we believe this is not the major one. The way Exxon has updated, this is a minor, and we can work on it. In the data acquisition part, we have the historian data collection, analytics, and diagnostics. That also we have tested in our test. However, we are dealing with the very less number of IOs today to get the confident, but this our future plan is to extend later. And that we all also done the performance evaluation on our test bed. In the alarm management point of view, we generate alarm and abnormal condition. We have checked the temperature, low, and all type of alarms we've tested. And we also done the priority setting and severity setting, and which tested that yes, this is the basic need we have before thinking of the process, putting the test bed at the process plant. Yes, I think this slide you will find a little interesting. So what was our observation on the limitation part? What we see in that system is not having redundancy at any level. So if we run the hydrocarbon, we always rely on the redundancy part. Something fails, we want systems should be handled very safely. So this is the major observation we have with the test bed. System performance was found a little slow, but I understand that we are working on it, and this can be, it's a minor problem, but we are still working, and we can resolve that. We also feel that we have very limited of OPA compliance function block. If you see the legacy system, we have 100, 200 numbers of function block to configure our system. Today, this function block limitation we have with our test bed. I think standard also had not certified much of the function block. We have the selective alarm acknowledgement that is not supported today. We want to select certain alarms if the system is facing. Suppression, this is the next level, but still we are testing in order because we do very rigorous testing before putting into our running operation. So yes, alarm suppression and alarm rationalization is not available, and we could not do that in our test bed. All DCN, for the security setting, we are still exploring on that part. And one limitation is, I think we understand this all global problem that all DCN need different tools for the configuration. So this is like our engineer need, like suppose in testbed we are using 5-6 DCN, so may require 5-4 tools for the configuration. So that challenge we already shared with our collaboration partner, and we together are working in this part. And some of the OPC UA security features are yet to be tested in our lab. So that is all limitation observed with our solution. Okay, so what is our OPAS implementation roadmap? So we joined OPAS forum in 2018, and then we decided to have a OPAS testbed. In 2021-2022, we have finalized the OPA testbed phase 1 scope, and we put the order to the system integrator. In 2024, our testbed was ready. We have done the rigorous testing, and we have completed the PAT of the testbed. So what is the plan in 25-26? The testbed is now installed in RIL Jamnagar DTA refinery setup, and SAT is ongoing. The testing I have shared earlier is the observation about SAT process, and we are still working on that. Parallelly, we have also identified our non-critical process plant for the future testing, and we are already started our phase 2 journey. So what we are planning is OPA testbed phase 2. So basically what we want to do here, we want to scale the system with multiple IO, more number of IOs, and the broader implementation part. So this is our phase 2 plan. We have already defined the objective, what we are going to do, what we are going to test. Prerequisite for the testbed we identified. We have finalized the location and the project scale also. And this proposal, we have received different proposal. This is under review with the management. We already calculated the budget and the cost estimated for the phase 2 trial, and our team and expertise is identified for the phase 2. So yes, we are in the phase 2 journey today, and with this we are requesting whoever have compatibility and can come to us, and we can review your proposal and then. And what is our next plan? Phase 3. This is also in our plan, and we are in process of identifying the non-critical process plan with limited IO. So this journey already we have parallelly started. We have started the review of different plants where we can put the setup. So this is in process, I will say today. After that we'll conduct the risk assessment before planning for the deployment, because we are the critical refinery running with different hydrocarbon criticality. So what we have to do, we have to do the proper risk assessment before thinking of putting this. And we also want to evaluate the system ability to manage the complex processes. See, this is the journey will not end there, that will put the non-critical process plant. Next future will be put it into the complex hydrocarbon plant. And we also plan to test the real-time data exchange, like what system we are planning to do that will able to do that. And we want to simulate different operating conditions to test how the OPA system respond in various. Suppose we have the shutdown, we have startup, some emergency will come. So this type of testing should be there before putting into the hydrocarbon. Like we should have that much confidence. Or we also ensure that the system meet industry safety standards. That is very much important today in India. So that also we'll do before putting into complex. And our target is to complete by July 27. So this is our phase 3 journey. It's all from my side. Thank you so much.